Hi Year 6 and welcome to Thursday's reading lesson. Remember, the theme for this week is critiquing the media. This one's a little bit different though. This is a fictional story of the true story of the Three Little Pigs. However, it's still in line with our theme of critiquing. What I'd like you to do now is pause this video and watch the first 45 seconds of the video that is on the link and on your timetables. Just watch the first 45 seconds and then come back and unpause this video to carry on with the lesson. So, now you've watched it, I want you to predict what the wolf's story will be and how it will differ from the original story of the Three Little Pigs. Got some extracts here, let's have a look. It says here, nobody knows the real story because nobody's ever heard my side of the story. So that's implying that his story is a little bit different to the one that we are used to. Here it says, I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. So this really is showing us that the wolf's trying to say that he's not really a big bad wolf. Somehow it's gone wrong. Here we have, let's have a look. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. Now, if we think back to when we read The Three Little Pigs when we were younger, it doesn't involve a cup of sugar and it surely doesn't involve sneezing. So I think it's going to differ quite a bit. What did you think? What I'd like you to do now is go back and watch the rest of the video and then come back and answer these quick start questions. What is the wolf's name? What do wolves eat? What did he need to borrow? What materials did the pigs build their houses from? And which house was the strongest? Remember, unpause when you're ready. Okay, let's have a look at the answers. So the wolf's full name is Alexander T. Wolf. And wolves like to eat cute little animals like bunnies, sheep and pigs. What did he need to borrow? A cup of sugar. What materials did the pigs build their houses from? And which house? They built the house from straw, sticks and bricks. And it was the brick house that was the strongest. Give yourself a tick for all those you got right. So before we answer this question, have a think about the original story of the Three Little Pigs. Can you remember how it goes? So a brief synopsis of the story is there's three little pigs and there's a big bad wolf. He wants to eat the little pigs. So he goes to the first house and the little pig won't let him in. It's made of straw, so he huffs and puffs and he blows it down easily. The little pig runs to the house of sticks where his brother is. The wolf goes there, huffs and puffs, blows the house down. And they run to their other brother's house, which is in his house of bricks. The wolf gets to this house, and because it's made of bricks, he can't blow it down. So he decides to climb through the chimney. Once he climbs down the chimney, the little pigs put a boiling hot pot of a cauldron of water underneath it, and the wolf lands into it. So how is this story different from the original? And how are they similar? Because they have got a lot of similarities too. Pause the video, answer that question, and then come back and join us. So in the original story, and in this true story of the Three Little Pigs, the pigs build the houses out of the same materials. There's still three pigs. They build houses out of straw, sticks and bricks, and there's still a wolf in there. And he does blow the houses down. Only it's different because in the true story of the little pigs, the wolf says he's not a big bad wolf and all he wanted was a cup of sugar. He didn't want to eat the little pigs. And the way he blows the houses down, he doesn't do it on purpose. It's an accident because he does it with a sneeze. Did you think of anything else? Any other similarities and differences? All right, the next question. Explain why the author has chosen to write from the wolf's perspective. What impact does this have on the reader? So in this story, it's written in first person and it's the wolf telling us his side of the story. What impact does this have? Let's have a look at this one here. And they made me the big bad wolf. So it's making us feel a bit sorry for the wolf really, because he's saying that other people have given this name and it's not really him. I've got a few other extracts here from the text. Can you look at those and see what impact they have on the reader, because they are in the wolf's perspective? Can you find any other examples in the text as well? Pause the video when you're ready and then unpause when you're ready for the next question. Okay, let's read this extract. The news reporters found out about the 2 pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all of that huff and puff and blow your house down, and they made me the big bad wolf. That's it. The real story. I was framed. This is your opinion again. And to get the marks for this question, you need to give an example or use the text to back up your answer with an example from the text. Do you think that the police and reporters were fair to Al? And do they have a reason to be unfair? Again, pause the video and then come back so we can discuss the answer. Okay, so you could say, one answer would be that the police and reporters were unfair, because if they knew the truth that he was only sneezing and he didn't really mean to blow the houses down, they were making him look worse than what he was. You could also say that the police and reporters were fair, because he did eat the pigs anyway. So he did do something bad, even though it was an accident. What did you think? So let's have a look at this extract from the text. The rest, as they say, is history. I want you to explain what this phrase means. What do you think it means? Pause the video and then unpause so we can discuss. Okay, so having this, the rest, as they say, is history. This phrase means that they don't need to say anything else because we know what happened. We know the history is what's happened in the past, isn't it? So he doesn't need to tell us anymore because we know the rest of the story. That he is the big bad wolf, and that's how he was portrayed. Your solo task for today is I want you to summarise the events that led to Alexander T. Wolfe becoming the big bad wolf. The reader only heard one perspective in the original story. How did this impact their impression of Al? So there's 2 questions there. The first one is a summarising question. So why did Alexander T. Wolfe become the big bad wolf? What happened? What events happened in the story? Once you've done that, the reader only heard one perspective. How did that impact their impression of Al? So think about the original story of the 3 little pigs and how we thought of and what we thought of the big bad wolf. Now we've read Alexander T. Wolfe's side of the story. It's a bit different, isn't it? So what impact did that first story have on the impression of Al? What did we think of him? That's the end of today's lesson. Once you've finished this question, make sure you read the next few chapters of Cloud Busting on the Hucklew YouTube channel. See you tomorrow.